We are going to wait on a few more viewers to come in. Hey Bree, how you doing? Good to
Hey
see
Bree, hey
you.
girl.
All right, so we're gonna wait until a few more people come in. We're just gonna let the audience build up a little bit.
Okay.
How was you guys Monday? Mine was pretty busy. Hey Diamond Dollars, how you doing?
Mine was productive. I was ready for the day to I was ready for the day to be over with when I was at work today.
Really?
Yes. But it was overall it was an awesome day.
Absolutely. Mine was pretty busy. Pretty busy. Today was my first day back um
Okay.
in a week. So it was busy. I had like 200 and some emails to catch up with. You guys tell me where you guys are watching from. Let me know who's watching. I see 8 people or 10 people on here, but I would love to say hello to you. So please go in the comment section and say hello. And me and Lovey Dawn would love to say hello back.
Yes,
We
we
got a special
would.
guest tonight. Hey, Tisha, how you doing? Thank you for
Hey
watching.
Tisha.
Hey, Bridget, how are you? Thank you for watching. What's going on, Tamika? How you doing? From Dothan, Alabama.
Okay, Dothan in the building. Hey.
And Bridget, let me see. Bridget, tell me where you watching from again. You tell me every time, and I forget every time. Bridget. Hey Q, how you doing? Hey Diamond, she is in Montgomery.
All
You
right, Gumptown in the building.
absolutely. Gumptown be representing. So you guys, please share this live. Please, we really got a really good treat tonight. We got a special guest, Miss Lovey Dunn. We are going to introduce her in just a few. Hey Miss Barlow, how you doing? We are Bay Minette. That's where you from, Bay Minette. Bridget. Yeah, that's right. We are going to introduce our guest here in just a few minutes. But before we get started, I want to welcome you guys to What's Love with Jamar. I am your host, Jamar. You can find me on social media um, at Jamar Stanford. You also can find me on YouTube at What's Love TV Live. So please go and follow me at those social media handles. Tamika said, "You know I'm from New Jersey." Yeah, I know you from New Jersey, but you live in Dothan. But you from New Jersey though. You right. You right. You right. All right. So guys, please share this live. We are excited tonight to have our special guest. And we want to show her a lot of love tonight. We want to show her a lot of feedback and show her how we do things here on What's Love. Tonight we are going to be doing part 2 of Has Your Type Been Working for You? Um,
Mm.
so this is part 2. Of course, last week we talked about a few things pertaining to has your type been working for you. We talked about. Let me go back here. Um, we talked about attributes and qualities that you look for when you're dating. We talked about getting hung on what a person has to offer that satisfies you temporarily versus what will satisfy you um, on a more permanent basis. Let's see. Hey, Mel, how you doing? You guys, please share. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And we also talked about characteristics that we need to look at when we are um, figuring out who we want to date or making a decision. We also talked about religious beliefs. We talked about being a good bonus parent if you decide to date someone that has children. Why you look like that, Lovey Dawn?
I'm just letting you catch me up on last week's episode.
Yeah. Um, what else we talked about? Let's see. We talked about religious beliefs. We talked about being trustworthy. That's a good quality to have when you're trying to figure out if that person is ideal for you or not. And we talked about honest deal breakers that will make you turn away from a person. Sometimes people have deal breakers like cheating may be a deal breaker. Um,
Could it
being
not?
being a Christian may be a deal breaker. We talked about those things. Let's see what's going on, Twan Crawford. What's up? And then my brother-in-law Antoine, him and my sister is watching.
Hey sister, hey
Um,
brother.
Tamika said she felt that look um done when we talked about being bonus parents. Yeah, body type was a
So,
topic.
Tamika, you don't want to know what I think about that.
We talked about body types as well, and I believe that's like the number one thing too. We talked about done as far as um what people look at when dating someone who they feel like that's they type, and we often go wrong because we look so much into that, and we end up holding on to a person because of their looks. We end up tolerating certain things and accepting stuff in
Yeah.
relationships. Because girl, he got that beard that I like, or oh girl, his tongue gang off the chain.
Well,
So
we're out of the looks, and now we're into how he's doing things physically, how he's pleasing her physically,
absolutely, which is a
which is
temporary.
which is a whole nother stronghold.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's going on, Justin? How's it going, man? Good to see you, bro. So that's pretty much what we talked about last week. So this week
Okay.
we got myself and we got you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to introduce Miss Dawn. Dawn is Me and Dawn has never met actually in person. We met
Right.
because we have a mutual friend named Sasha that has a show that she does called Climax. It's a radio show in Atlanta, and Dawn was on her segment a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about relationships. And so I reached out to Don, and I was like, "Hey, I would love for you to collaborate with you and have you on my show, or I come on your show, however we want to do it." And then we started talking, and we just kind of hit it off, and we kind of talked about a lot of different stuff, and just getting to know each other. And Don is real big on energy and spirituality, and she's real big on holistic living. And Dawn also has a business where she makes sea moss, and I probably would not do it any justice. So I'm gonna let you do it. Go ahead and tell everybody the name of your business and give some of the benefits to sea moss.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey. So, the name of my company is called Beloved Queen Beauty, and we produce organic products for the hair, skin, feminine wellness, and we have just recently began retailing a sea moss. And for those who don't know what sea moss is, it's a algae that grows in the sea, and it contains about 92 minerals. Now, our body is made up of 102 minerals, and so out of the 102, you get 92 of those minerals from the sea moss. So, what is it good for? It eliminates mucus from the body, which is very important, especially now that it's flu season and we're also still dealing with COVID-19. So, it can eliminate mucus from the body. If you're a smoker, it's ideal for a smoker. Ladies, hello, it can assist in weight loss. It almost acts as if it's an appetite suppressant. So you'll find that you're not as hungry throughout the day as usual. So it helps to promote weight loss. Um, it increases libido. Not only it mainly is geared towards the guys in that area. Okay, I think that they get more benefit in that area than the females, but you can see a bit of a difference as a woman if you're taking sea moss. But we have a full line of organic products, a hair growth oil. We have a teeth whitener and all of that fun stuff. But pretty much, Beloved Queen Beauty is a brand that represents number one, living an organic life. And when I say organic, I really mean just being true to yourself, being authentic to your own self. It starts there. And also taking care of your body and your needs in an organic type of way. So, anyway, that's pretty much it.
And so we can go to where can we go? What's the website we can go to order these products?
The website is www.belovedqueenbeauty.com. So you can go on there, you can browse, look around, and if something strikes your interest, then you can buy it straight off the website.
Absolutely. So I have put the website up on the screen,
Thank you.
www.belovedqueenbeauty.com. So you guys please go and support Miss Lovey Dawn. And if you want to find what tell people where they can find you on social media too.
So you can follow my business page on Facebook at Beloved Queen Beauty, and on my Instagram because I need to get my followers up on Instagram. Okay, let's be clear about that. So you can find me on Instagram at Lovey Dawn. That's Lubi Dawn Dawn. All right. So y'all follow me on Instagram so we can get these followers up. Come on now. I don't have to buy no followers. Let's make it crazy.
I know, right? I know, right? It can get expensive.
Let's try to get it out the mud, okay? Come
I
on,
know,
let's
right?
get some style up here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, you
All
can
right,
find me on Instagram.
cool.
I'm sorry.
So, hey Jazz, hey Calandra, how you doing? Um, Tamika, you so crazy. Tamika said they call it they when we talked about the tongue game and how the guy and how these women they hold on to the guys. She said you they call it devil D.
They call it what now?
They call it devil D.
They call it what?
Devil dick.
Okay. Wait, say it one more time. Wait a minute. Hold on. Say it one more time. Your phone went out. Say it again.
Devil dick.
Well, Tamika got a point, honey. Because depending on how long you stay to get it, he might take you straight to the pits of hell.
There
Telling you
you
that right
go.
now.
There you go. There you go. All right, so cool. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Man, I'm telling you, I'm excited. Tamika, you crazy. So
Tamika telling the truth. That's right, Tamika.
exactly, exactly. There's one other thing that I want to remind you guys of before we get started, and that is voting. Voting. Make sure you go out and vote tomorrow. Okay, it's very, very, very important. I'm not going to tell you
That's
who
right.
to vote for, but go and exercise your right to vote. All right, polls are open tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm going to actually probably get to the polls in the morning, probably about 6 o'clock. Um, and myself. So make sure that I go out and exercise my right to vote, and I want you guys to do the same. Okay. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So basically tonight, all right, we're gonna have part two of um, has your type been working for you? All right. Has your type worked for you? All right, this is part two. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a woman's perspective, which is Lovey Dawn, and we're gonna have a male perspective, and of course the audience perspective as well. Because Dunn, I don't know if you know this or not, but on this show we are a open community. So I entertain all comments. I entertain all questions that comes in the comment section. So anybody
I
that
like
has
it.
any questions or comments, please feel free to put it in the comment section, and I promise you I will get to them. All right. I normally try to get to everybody unless it's just like overload, but normally it ain't normally it's not overload. How me and Dunn discuss this thing and how we're gonna do it tonight. Dunn has some questions that she's gonna ask me, and I have some questions that I'm gonna ask her. And then we'll go into some dialogue about pertaining to those questions that are asked. And then if you and the people that are watching, all of the viewers, if you guys have something that you want to chime in on, please feel free to comment. All right. So we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna go for well, I'm gonna let the lady go first. Go first, Lovey Dawn. You're the guest.
Yes, ladies first, Jamar.
Absolutely. I almost lost my manners, didn't I?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. That's all right. So the first question that I have for you is, does a woman that doesn't have any dreams or goals turn you off from possibly dating her?
Okay. Short answer, yes. And the
Why?
reason why I say yes is because I feel like if you don't have any dreams or aspirations within yourself, I feel like you won't be capable of taking our relationship to higher heights, because I believe that a relationship I believe that a relationship is constantly evolving. I don't think a relationship ever reaches a plateau. So
Mhm.
with that being said, being that there are so many different layers and so many different emotions that you can go through in a relationship, if that person is not
Mhm.
purposely driven and have drive
Mhm.
and determination, I don't see them being able to put a lot of work or a lot of emphasis on our relationship. Because what happens is relationships can kind of come up against some hurdles. Some hurdles may be higher than others. And when a relationship may get to a hurdle that may be tough or challenging, that person may give
Mhm.
up because that's what they've done throughout the course of their life. And a person can say that they are dreamers or um, people that are motivated, and they can say that all day long, but
Yeah.
you have to look at the fruit that they bear, and if they're not at a place or at least headed to a place of um, self worth, where they feel like that they're worth enough and they feel like that they have accomplished things in their personal
Mhm.
life, then I can't do that with you. I'm sorry, I can't do that with
So basically, in other words, what you're saying is that you feel like if a woman does not have some type of goal or some type of dream that she's aiming for, um, that could be a red flag that when the going gets tough in the relationship and you're having some issues, that she may not be able to go that extra mile to working that situation out because she has never really committed to anything, especially as it pertains to her own growth and her own well being. Is like that's what you're saying?
you. That is exactly what I'm saying in a nutshell. And I know I probably went on a little
I
tangent,
can see that.
but that's like I need for you have to love yourself first before you can love anybody
That's
else.
right. That's
So
true.
if you don't love yourself enough to put yourself in a position to where you can be comfortable in any aspect of life, not just financially,
Mhm.
but spiritually, emotionally, physically.
Mhm.
If you don't have the tenacity and the drive to do that for yourself, how can I expect for you to do that in our relationship? Because I may fall short in an area, and I may need for you to motivate me. But if you can't motivate yourself, how can you motivate me?
I understand what you're saying. And you know, it's funny, and I'm glad that, you gave me the male perspective of that. So I'm gonna give you the flip side and give you the female perspective on why I feel like it is important for a woman to have some type of goal or some type of dream that she's going after of. And I think that one of the number one reasons why that's important, especially when in a relationship, sometimes women have a tendency of getting so stuck and so gun ho on the dude that she's dating, the dude that she's with, that sometimes she can kind of forget about taking care of her own needs. And as humans, we need to feel like we are accomplishing something or doing something productive with ourselves. And I ain't talking about the people that don't want to do nothing with their life. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who actually, want to do something with themselves. Sometimes females can get so caught up in the if they're dating somebody or in a relationship and completely forget about anything that they have going on. They may be working a job, but I'm talking about going after a dream. And guys typically don't do that. When you start dating a guy, he's not gonna not talk to his friends. He's not gonna not hang out with his friends. He's not gonna not go to the gym and work out. That nigga still gonna go to the gym and work out. He's still gonna have nights where he kicking with his homeboys. And I feel like women have a tendency of kind of giving their all, like pouring their all into that relationship, and that's just not healthy. So now what you're gonna do is ultimately create an issue in the long run because you're gonna want that dude to give you his undivided attention, but he kept doing the things that he had going on before he met you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do think that women kind of throw their whole self into a relationship,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
by the time they look back, they knee deep, and they're sinking, and then they end up losing themselves.
Big
Now
time,
I've
all the
had
time.
somebody to tell me that, hey, we're gonna have to end things because I lost myself. I need to find myself. Okay,
Yes, that's right.
cool.
Okay,
Okay,
I
I
feel
agree.
that
I
because
feel that.
sometimes that's necessary.
Exactly. I can respect it. But then I started seeing who you're finding yourself to be, and it's not a respectful woman.
Oh,
So
okay.
now that makes me think, oh, okay, so this is finding yourself.
Well, listen, hold on. That was game. She was running game. Let me go ahead and bust that up right now. She was running game. She was running game. She was trying to find herself. She was trying to find herself.
I think we may have got a pause there. Hold on, let's see if she comes back. Ooh, it's just getting good too. Hang on, y'all. I'm probably gonna have to take her down and then let her come back. She'll come right back in. So let's go to some of these comments while we're waiting on her to come in. Um, Tamika said, Tamika said she may be lost and you might help her develop her dreams and aspirations by simply being an example.
I'm back. I'm sorry, I got disconnected.
Yeah, yeah, you got disconnected. It's all good. So you're back. So I was just reading a comment that Tamika
Okay.
said, and Tamika said she may be lost, and you might help her develop her dreams and aspirations simply by being an example. Absolutely. I agree with that. But however, I've been burned a couple times by doing that. So I'm not your guy. I'm
What
gonna
do you mean? What do you mean when you say you've been burned a couple times by that?
because I've been in situations where I've helped people develop and get their dreams and aspirations. Because some people they have it in their mind, or they may have it on paper, but they don't know how to actually put the action and actually make it happen. They don't know. They don't have the how to. So
Right.
I've actually been that for a few people in my life, and it seems to end up backfiring. Like a person don't appreciate it,
I understand what you're
or
saying.
and so I'm just at the point now where I'm about to be 35 years old, and if I'm gonna date in my age bracket, let's say 35 to 45, then I need you to already have that together by now. You 35.
I mean I do totally agree because listen, I think the biggest thing is that would be ignoring a red flag. If you are dating somewhere between the age of 35 and 45 and they're still talking about they need some motivation in order to get their dreams and inspirations in order, you don't need a man, okay? And you don't need a woman. You need to go and focus, all right, and get yourself together. So I think that that's a red flag in itself.
Absolutely. So we got Mel that said, because we as women always uplift men, but it's hard for a man to uplift a woman. Now, I agree with that, Mel. I really do, because you have some men that are selfish, and they're only tied up in their own success. And a woman more so looks at both people, herself and then you too. But I just think that men, I think that men should get to a place to um where they're comfortable where they are, and then they can kind of bring somebody up with them. But eh,
I really, to be honest with you, I really think that that's a two-way street. You know, this is the problem. This, in my opinion, okay. I feel like the biggest issue when it comes to dating is that you have a half a person here and you have a half a person here, and they're hoping that when they come together that they make each other whole. Okay? And when we talk about being whole, we're not just talking about in a career or in your dreams or your aspirations. We're talking about in every facet of who you are as a person, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You're a whole person. And you're not trying to find a person to make you whole. And I think that that's actually one of the biggest misconceptions that we have these days in dating. And the reason why dating is so difficult is because two people are not whole coming together. You got two halves trying to come together and make a whole. And it's never going to work in that way. Because even if let's say you're a whole person, okay, meaning you got a good head on your shoulders, you're focused, you're doing the things that productive people do, you are emotionally healthy, you're mentally healthy because you work on those things on a day-to-day basis. And let's say you run into, can I say nigga on here? Okay, thank you. Let's say you run into a nigga and he a half a nigga, okay? And a half a nigga is, okay, he may work a job, but maybe he is still dealing with a lot of emotional issues from his past, whether it was a marriage or relationship. Maybe he got a bad relationship with his mama. I don't really know, but you as that whole woman, because women are nurturers, you may want to go ahead and talk to this dude and say, you know what, this nigga got a lot of potential. I'm gonna give him a shot, and and then he's gonna take you down through there because he's a half a person, and as you are thriving and you going, and he see that you got a lot of positive things going on with you, subconsciously he's gonna do something to pull your energy down or bring you down, and it may not even be on a conscious level. He may not be necessarily doing it on purpose. It may just he a half a nigga.
That's good. That's good. And I think you just answered Mel question. Her question was, so question, do men feel as if a woman is supposed to uplift them and not return a favor without asking for a favor in return? I think you just pretty much just summed that up. You pretty much answered that. Antoine said it should be a mutual motivation, encouragement. Let's uplift one another to achieve. Absolutely. But here's the
I
trick
agree.
though. Here's the trick though, Antoine. I strongly believe in that. But both people have to be on the same page. That's the key to it. When you working
Yep.
with someone, like she said, a half a nigga, and then you got a whole woman, or you got a half a woman and a whole nigga, you
That's right.
can't reach that, you can't achieve that common goal,
No.
because y'all are on two different beam paths. So Don, since the topic tonight is, has your type worked for you? So the question that I have for you is,
Okay.
in the past, has your type worked for you?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, and this is just a really honest answer. I ever since that I've started or dated, okay, because I did marry and I married for a long period of time, but I am divorced now, so I have dated within the time I've been divorced. I'll be honest, I really don't have a type per se, okay, and when I say a type per se, meaning I don't have this list of physical attributes, financial situation. If I vibe with that person, then I'll potentially open up enough to see if we have some interest in one another or some chemistry. But hold on, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll accept anyone. Like I'll give you a chance. Let's say to a lot of people that person may not be attractive. Maybe a big block. Okay, all right, maybe come on, maybe it's a big block. I might deal with a big block. You know, if his soul is right, if we got a nice vibe and energy with each other, he is a productive, positive type of person. Yeah, I may give big block a chance. So so I don't really have a type per se, but I also don't accept anything, and I most definitely pay attention to red flags.
Okay, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's go to some of the comments here because we got a lot of them. All right, so Mel said, um, let's see. No,
Am
Brianna
I
said,
froze on your end, Jamar?
no, no, am I
Okay.
froze?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back out. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, so Brianna said, and that sometime is true. I'm not frozen anymore?
No, you're good. I ain't have to come
Okay,
out.
good. All right. And sometime, and she said, and that sometime is true. We put too much in the beginning. And at the time, he really don't know if he ready. That's why he's still doing everything he been doing. So basically what she's
Yeah.
saying is that women put a lot up in the beginning. I'm gonna tell you something, ladies. Stop being wife in the first 3 months. Stop trying to show this man all your tricks. You can cook, you can clean, you can do all this in between. You can take care of his kids and go pick them up from daycare, go pick them up from the school, go take them to gymnastic practice, go take his kids to his grandma to the grandma house, pick them up from the baby mama house. Stop doing all that at the beginning. Stop.
Ladies, let's cut through the bullshit, okay? If you, I totally agree with what Jamar's saying. Okay, first of all, that's doing way too much. The first 90 days, I don't think so. Okay, but I tell you what, if us women can get this under control, then a lot more women would be in serious relationships that's leading to marriage. Okay, and you're not gonna want to hear what I'm getting ready to tell you, but I gotta tell you, if you don't give up that kitty cat so quick, okay? And some people say, well, time frame don't matter, but listen, you able to weed them out, baby. You weed them out, honey. Because see, a lot of them can't take it. When you tell them that you're not having no sex and mean it, and you for real, they gonna either do two things. They gonna get on about their business, or they gonna try to, some of them try to slick you, and they'll stay for a little while to see if they can pick the lock. But then once they realize they can't pick it, then you'll be able to start seeing different things that may turn you off, and you don't even want to give them no coochie anyway. That's the real key. Lock it down and see how you gonna weed them out then. Maybe they're gonna weed out fast. Because see, nowadays sex is like the number one thing, the number one go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, shoot, go on a few dates, we talk, I like you, you look good, you fine, you smell good, we finna fuck.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now come on, is we gonna be for real tonight or is we gonna be
Yeah.
playing?
Now we're gonna be for real. We're gonna be for real.
Okay.
You right. You right. You right.
I'm just
Absolutely.
saying. And don't
You,
get me wrong, ladies, I know what it's like when that thing gets to thumping. Okay? You wanna bust it open. I get it. Trust me. But I'm telling you, you can weed out a lot of the drama if you go ahead and lock that down and make him date you. Okay, make him know you before he know you.
well, I'm gonna tell you something that works in that method. What works in that method is you get if that guy is really interested in you, like really, really interested in you, and like Don said, make him date you. That nigga gonna start pulling out all kinds of stops.
Yes, he is.
He gonna start doing all kind of stuff. Baby, let's go to Orlando for the weekend. Baby,
Yes.
let's go to let's ride up to Atlanta and come back later on at night. Or he get to buying purses and different nice birthday gifts and doing romantic things.
Yeah.
Cooking you dinner and getting you massages and all these
Oh yeah,
different
all
things
of
like
that.
that. Because he is trying to figure out what thing we think real shallow. So
Come on.
he's thinking in his
The
mind,
shallow man.
there got to be something that I can do to get the booty. It got to
Okay.
be something that I can do. So,
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna take her on a picnic this time. Ah,
Yo,
that ain't
that's gonna get there. You know that's gonna get our panties moist, ladies. Now we gonna be for real tonight.
yeah,
Again,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know that's romantic. That's gonna keep them panties moist, but you gotta keep it in your head, keep it in your mind. Don't try it.
Absolutely. so so
Don't
so
try it.
it's going to bring out all the different. You're gonna be able to see how interested that guy is with you.
You gonna weed
And
them
you're
out.
gonna be able to see if he's really romantic. Does he have the capabilities of being romantic? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And Don, she's right. It's gonna weed the other ones out. The ones
they're
that
gonna
are
be out of
that
there.
are only there for one thing is gonna weed it out. Now, traditionally, women are way more stronger in that area than men. So I don't see no men. Now, me, I'm not gonna lay down with anybody.
That's right.
That's just me. I feel like what I have to offer in the bedroom is just as valuable as what you have to offer in the bedroom.
That's
So
true.
I'm not going to just be trying to lay down with you like that. But traditionally, women are much more stronger. So I mean, I'm not opposed to that. Hey, you
Well,
just
it really, I do think that a woman can control herself in that area a little bit more um, firmly than a guy. But let's not be deceived, okay? It's on our mind, and we are thinking about it for sure. And we're probably even talking to some of our homegirls about how we're thinking about it. But we're just not gonna let you know, okay? Because it
absolutely.
ain't your business. At least not yet.
Absolutely. So Tamika said, "Oh, I love her. Best co-host ever."
Yes, Tamika. Yes, come through, honey. Come
And
through.
then Mel said, because you are feisty, silly, and upfront.
That's right. Because we don't got time for the foolishness. Okay.
Absolutely.
Nip it in the butt.
Antoine said, sex ain't gonna seal the deal. Chemistry, energy, vibes. Open the door.
Wait a minute. Antoine said, "What now? Hold on."
He said he said sex. Can you hear me? I think she froze up. I think she froze up. Yeah, she froze up. All right. So Antoine says sex ain't gonna seal the deal. Chemistry, energy, vibes open the door to endless possibilities. Remove the sex from the equation and look at what you got left. Be honest. If you only enjoy him or her in the bedroom, you're wasting your time. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now that's it right there, and it's good to hear from a man's perspective as well. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Sex clouds judgment. I say that all the time. That sex clouds judgment. And hey, Don, can you hear me? Don. Okay, we're gonna have to take her off and bring her back on again. I don't know, something going on with her internet, but yes, most definitely, Antoine, man. It's all about chemistry, energy, and vibes. It's more than what you feel for that person during time of intimacy. It's more than just that. I want to be able to sit down and laugh with you. I want to be able to, um, Don, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm back. Sorry. Sorry.
All right,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Listen, I missed it. Antoine asked a question.
Okay,
Antoine, what
yeah,
did you say?
Antoine. So he said, sex ain't gonna seal the deal. Chemistry, energy, vibes open the door to endless possibilities. Remove the
Okay,
sex
Antoine.
from the equation and look at what you have left. Be honest. If you only enjoy him or her in the bedroom, you're wasting your time.
Antoine, come through. Okay, come through with that energy and that chemistry.
Absolutely.
Antoine is on point.
Oh, that's
Okay,
my that's my brother-in-law. That's my sister boyfriend. He better be
okay.
on. My sister.
Antoine, he is on point. But
He is.
let me just put this in there real quick. Okay, sex may not cut it for a long term situation, but it can get you in a situation and stuck in a cycle for a certain period of time that could be very detrimental if the dick is good. Okay?
Mm,
All
mhm.
right. Or maybe the coochie good. I don't know. I go to sleep on the D because that's what I know about. Okay? So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, listen, if you are still watching with us, you are watching What's Love with Jamar. I am your host, Jamar, and we have the illustrious Lovey Dunn with us on tonight. She is my
hey.
co-host, and we are talking about Has Your Type Work for You Part 2. And we is just starting to get real juicy. So
Yes,
please share.
I'm sorry.
Everybody, share, 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 share. Share this live. And we are going to continue the conversation. We normally go for an hour, but it seems like we're gonna probably go a little bit over. Is that okay, Don?
Yes, come
Okay.
on, bring
All
it
right.
on, Lamar. What's
Absolutely.
up?
So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So Anthony Garrett said, listen, I had a woman flat out ask me, who are you? Because I was doing the different things that most men don't do. She basically said something is off because men don't do shit you do. Oh, you know what? Before we talk about that, I had a woman to tell me one time, uh, you don't have to open the door for me every time. You don't have to open the car door for me every time. I'm like, what? So, Don, I think you paused again, Don. Um, yeah, I had a woman that tell me that one time, and I'm like, huh? It kind of took me back, because some women are not used to it. So, Anthony, I totally agree with that, and I think it's weird. Can you hear me, Don?
I can hear you,
Okay.
but I lost connection when you were saying that you had a woman tell you something one time,
Yeah,
and I would like to hear that story.
I had a woman one time to tell me that you don't have to open the door for me every time. Weird. Yeah, I know.
Well, okay. So let's talk about this. This is awesome. So let's talk about this. Going and connecting to what one of your viewers said about the woman saying there's something wrong with him because he was being romantic and sweet and nice and doing a lot of great gestures. And then here it is, you have a woman that's telling you, hey, you don't have to open the door for me up every time and this, that, and the third. Okay, ladies, listen. We got two gentlemen that both are saying that they have dated women that have, one said that one was an alien, okay? He was from a different fucking, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I promise I wasn't gonna say any F words tonight. Okay. That he's from a different planet. And then you have Jamar here that is saying that this woman was feeling weird because he kept opening up all the doors for her. What I hear is women in 2020 have lowered their standards in regards to what they expect from their interaction with a male. As a woman, you should want a man to open up the door for you because, okay, it's a queen move, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way. Women are special and beautiful and delicate. I know that sometimes we have to take on a harder exterior, especially when we are single parents and having to um, play mother and father in the house sometimes, or we're leading a house because we are paying the bills and taking care of responsibilities. But when I get dressed up because a gentleman has asked me out on a date, I am a delicate flower that night, okay? And I don't want to touch the doors. I don't want to do any of that. I want to be I want to be feminine. I want to be a woman. I want to be a lady, and I want to be treated as such. We've lowered our standards because we do not value who we are as women anymore. That's really what it boils down to. We don't see the worth and the value of being uh, special enough or a lady to where a man should open up your car door. Okay, that's getting out and getting in. Any door he needs to be opening up because it's a form of admiration, and a form of protection too. Okay, so we have to find value in our own selves and know that we are worthy of the door opening. We're worthy of you pulling my chair out. We're worthy of you taking me on romantic dates and showing me a good time and treating me like the queen that I am, honey. Okay? So
Absolutely.
we're gonna be clear about that right now.
Be clear about that right now.
Okay.
Absolutely. So Anthony said
And
uh
you ain't getting no coochie. So put that in your notebook too.
you done messed that all the way up, ain't it? Oh, it's funny.
Okay,
So
I'm sorry.
So Anthony said she actually came back later and told me that I scared her off because I didn't act like the other dudes, and she didn't know how to act with me. So
That's sad.
he gave her a whole new form of chivalry that she has never even experienced before. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Anthony. That's what I'm talking about. Shock
I
them,
mean,
bro.
that
Shock
is that is awesome. It's awesome that he's that type of guy, but it's not awesome that she felt so unworthy of good treatment that she self sabotaged that situation. Okay, and that's something that we need to think about, ladies. All right, we really got to think deep and hard about that. The next time a man want to open up the door for you, let him do that. Okay, receive, honey. It's time to receive because we always giving. All right, I'm
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. So I got another. Is it my turn to ask you the question, right?
yeah, well, I think yes. Go ahead. Let's shoot. Let's go.
All right. So the other question that I have is where do women? Well, we kind of already talked about this, so I'm gonna skip that one.
Okay.
So let's talk about there's this thing called choice mate copying. Okay.
Okay.
Choice mate copying. And choice mate copying is when women has a desirable preference in men with girlfriends. All right, this is a real thing. All right, so let me kind of put it in layman terms. There are a lot of women that admire men that are in active relationships, and they will actively seek out these men because they may see that man holding the door open for their woman, holding the chair open for that woman, opening up the car door, you know,
Mhm.
praising her on social media, talking about how beautiful she is on social
Mhm.
media, which is kind of like saying it to the world, you
But
know.
he's cheating with you. Okay, keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. And so you have these women that actively seek out what they call choice mate copying. So my question to you is, why do women prefer men that are in current situations or relationships? And hold up, before you answer that, I want to say this: women, don't act like y'all don't do it. Don't lie. Don't act like it.
They
Don't
do.
act like, because I know you do it. Go ahead.
They do. Okay, so I'm gonna have to answer this question from the standpoint of knowing people, females that have had conversations with me about how they prefer to either date a man with a girlfriend or a man that has a wife. Okay, and I have to answer from that standpoint because let me tell you something, honey. I don't even like sharing my damn food. Let's be clear about that. Yeah, I think that let me put out this. I think the ideology in that is so ass backwards. I'm gonna get to it in a minute, but let me answer your question first. From the conversations that I've had with females that are into that, they say that it's easier to date somebody with a girlfriend or a wife because when they don't want to be bothered. They know that they can send that man over there to his wife or they can send him over there to his girlfriend and they don't have to be bothered. They can get what they want from him because a lot of men that either have wives or girlfriends, they are financially doing things for the side chick or for the mistress. And so the side chick or the mistress feels like they got the best of all worlds because they're getting wine and dine, they're getting some trips, they're getting this and they're getting that. When they don't want to be bothered and looking up in his face, they can send him on back over there to his woman, and she can handle whatever with him, and they think that they win. But when in essence, you're not winning. Okay? And the reason why you're not winning is because there's this one golden principle in life that pertains to anybody, no matter what you believe. You reap what you sow. So you having a good time with somebody else's man. But when you find somebody that you really love and you really into and you digging them same seeds that you sowed in the ground causing some other woman some pain, some pain, some heartache, some frustration, some anger, some
All right, so looks like we lost Lovey Dawn again. We having some Lovey Dawn having some internet connection, some internet problems. So look, let's go to Antoine. He said it's very difficult to find a compatible partner in 2020, especially when him or her comes with a full set of emotional baggage, trauma that inhibits said person from allowing themselves to enter into a situation with the mindset that he or she could possibly have found the one. Absolutely. Absolutely. I strongly agree with that. It is so hard dating in 2020 that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Um Don, I don't have a picture on you if you can hear me. Okay. There we go. All right. Keep going, Don. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you this time. Yeah, let's see. Mel said, I don't want to share my man. He can hit the front door coming to me with that type of foolery. Absolutely. Um, Mary said, hey, Mary, how you doing? Mary said, I would never be second to nobody. Period. Absolutely. I feel you on that too. Let's
so
see.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Don.
I got so hot, honey. That thing cut off. I got hot.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep
I
going.
felt annoyed. Well, I don't really know where it stopped at because I had to go through a whole bunch of commotion. But I was just saying, I was asking you what the name of this foolishness is that you were talking about.
It's called choice mate copying. So
Choice mate
basically, so
copying.
basically, whenever someone else made their choice on their mate, you desire that, so you go after that specific man.
Specific man. Well,
Yeah,
you don't
not
want no man of y'all.
that's the thing. Well, I'm trying to
You
figure
not
out what.
interested. You not interested because you know what. You know what I think about Jamar.
Mhm.
I think about if I go and make myself a side person, a side chick, a mystery. What's gonna happen when I'm at home in my lonely ass bed and he at home with his girlfriend laid up, busting nuts and carrying on, and I'm over here looking crazy.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Okay? See that right there already done turned me off. I done got turned off because I can't pick up the phone and call you when I want to.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
now I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm cheating myself out of a good time because I'm sharing a man with another woman.
Mhm. Mhm.
We
Well,
we
you know
we
better
go
right
we
there.
can't be following up all this foolishness that we be hearing.
Exactly. Well, you know what Betty Wright taught y'all a long time ago. She said having a piece of man is better than no having no man at all.
You can follow better right up if you want to. Okay, she could have edited that out the song. Okay, because she was misleading these young women.
Absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely,
I'd rather not have no man than a piece of man that's gonna get on my damn nerves.
absolutely, absolutely. So, um, from my understanding, um, you have another question to ask me.
Okay, I do. All right, let's get it fired up, Jamar. What's love with Jamar? Okay, here we go. Would you be open to dating a woman that told you she has no desire of ever getting married, but she is open to a lifelong partnership? Yes, sir.
Dang, that's a good question. All right, so boom, here you go. Short answer is yes. All right. Long answer is I've been married twice and divorced twice. So I will only consider marriage. The only reason why I am considering marriage again is because most women want to be married. Like that's the end goal for most women, for the most part, traditionally. Now if I was in a relationship with someone and they bought that proposition to me, I probably would be game because I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen long lasting relationships. I got an uncle and an aunt that was married for was together for over 30 years. They raised several kids together. They put several kids through college. They made sure that several kids was off to success, and they never was married. They both had their own house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He would come over there at night and stay at her house, and then every so often she would go over to his house. But they was together for over 30 years, and once they decided to get married, I guess they got bored, and one day they decided they wanted to get married, so they went to the courthouse and got married. I don't think they was married for 3 years, you know and to this day they got a divorce, and I guess what, they back together.
What? They're back together.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they get along just fine. So sometimes I think that you complicate things, and then also sometimes I think that the Christian community kind of
The what community?
the Christian community
Okay.
kind of make it like, well, you need to be married.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that has a lot to play in it too. But basically, in a nutshell, I would be very open to that actually. And I think that I would be open to it to the point that I would probably have higher hopes of us having a long lasting relationship than I would if we were to get married.
If you were to get married, I mean, I can most definitely see why that arrangement or that would be favorable because you have been married twice, and I know how I feel when I think about getting married again, and it's like, you know, on a, I don't know, like that's a lot. That's a lot for me to consider. So I can only imagine had I went through a divorce twice, that does seem like the better offer.
Yeah, it does seem better than the latter. That's for sure. Now I will say this though.
Can I ask you a question? Oh, hold on real quick, because you've been married twice and I've been married once. What do you think happened when they got married and the marriage only lasted 3 years, but they were in a relationship for 30, and then they got a divorce and they end up getting back together? Now, I'm gonna tell you what I think about that situation or why I feel it happened. But why do you think that that happened like that?
I think that they complicated things. I think that they got out of their norm, and being that they was in this specific. particular space for all of these years, um, and they kind of complicated things, I think it became uncomfortable for them because
Mhm.
whenever they got married, now okay, your money is my money. You
Yeah.
know, we don't they don't raise several kids together. Them put several kids through college.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about no little rinky dinky stuff. I'm talking about like college, like University of
Yeah.
Alabama, stuff like that. And so they had to work together and do things together. Um, but now it's like, oh, what's mine is yours. Oh, no, it ain't been like that for 30 years. Not just because we married, now you want to say your money, my money.
Yeah. I
You know,
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
it just kind of complicated things. They kind of start having different expectations of each other.
Right.
And in that, it caused a lot of friction. And
Yeah.
they didn't get right back together after they got divorced. But, and I wouldn't even really necessarily say that they are together now, but they like together.
Right. They still doing their thing. They still doing
Yeah.
their thing.
Yeah.
Well, when I hear something like that, and let me tell you, I saw it time and time again. I saw people be together 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years, get married, can't stay married 5 years. They're getting a divorce, and I think that that's because marriage has um been given the wrong reputation or the wrong ideology. So let me explain to you what that means. For some reason, a lot of people, especially first timers, they think once they get married, it is going to, number one, people take a deeper ownership of that person because paperwork is involved. So now that is when you really want to start saying, well, this is ours, or this is, which is fine and that's great and all of that. But at the end of the day, the reason why it was working all those other years is because psychologically, both of those people still felt like individual people. Okay? And when you are in a relationship with a person, you always got to remember, whether you're married or you're dating, that you are still your own individual person. And
Absolutely.
you can't, a person is, you can't shape a person just because you're married and mold them into now the perfect idea in your mind on what you thought a marriage was or what you thought a spouse should be. You can't do that. You have to remain understanding that I'm still my own person. I still have my own personality, my own ways of doing things. And if it's not detrimental to the relationship, just let people be. See, I'm a handful, honey. Okay, and I'm not gonna be changed and molded into what somebody else wants me to be. I need to remain my own individual person. I talk loud, I cuss like a sailor, I'm goofy. Sometimes I can get too serious, but these are all things that's a part of my personality. And for some reason, when we get married, we want to all of a sudden change that person into being the type of spouse that we've cooked up in our minds. You've cooked that up in your imagination. That person ain't never been like that, and that person ain't never gonna be like that. But when you were dating, it was like, well, no big deal. You got your house, I got my house. When you get on my damn nerves, I can send you on over there to your house, and I can stay in my house. I ain't got to be looking up and breathe up in your face all night. And marriage, now you're coming together, you're coming up underneath one roof, and now all of a sudden, are you seeing the shit it's been there the whole time?
Hmm.
But because
Absolutely.
you were able to go to two separate quarters, it was tolerable.
That's the key word.
It was tolerable. But then when you got married and you up underneath that same roof, now you thinking about all this stuff like, Because you let me ask you this, Jamar. Have you ever dated a girl and there were certain things in that relationship or there were certain things that she would do and in your head you'll be like, I don't know about that. But you didn't act on it. Like you didn't break up with her. You didn't even really bring it to her attention, but it was just something in you that you was just thinking like, I don't like that shit right there. Like I ain't cool with that. And then you get in a relationship with that girl and she's still doing the same shit that she was doing when you was just dating her or when it wasn't that serious. But now it's just like, ugh, I'm not putting up with this crap.
Yeah, absolutely I have. Anytime that I see something that bothers me, I always ask myself the question, is this tolerable? Can I be able to tolerate this person if they never change this particular
Never.
thing that I don't like? Okay.
Long term,
Yes, I always ask myself that question.
you
And
got to.
if it's a deal breaker for me, then I'm gonna address it. And if you're saying that that's something that you're not willing to change, if that's what I hear you saying, then I'm gonna cut my losses and I'm gonna move on. Period.
You got to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Now,
You got to do it.
that's something that I've learned.
You got to do it. Because this is the thing. It is very, very difficult for people to change. It's
Absolutely.
hard.
It's very, very, very hard, especially something that that is inside of that person's core. I talk about this on my show all the time. Stuff that's inside of here, they not changing. Stuff that's
That's
on the
right.
outside right here, they may change it. But
Oh, honey, yes, your
if it's
wigs,
in
you
that
can.
core, it's not changing. And that's cool. If that's inside of your core, and
That's
it's
right.
something that I can't tolerate, and it's something that you're not willing to change, then cool.
That's
We
right.
can separate. No hard feelings.
That's
Um,
right.
so you got Brianna said you're on it. Say you on you know what you're talking about. And then Anthony Garrett said, yes, she is. I keep telling her she need to write a dang book.
Who is that? That's Anthony.
Yeah,
Hey, Anthony.
absolutely. So Antoine said, personality is personality, character is character. Is there any
That's
flexibility?
right.
Now, that's a good question. He said, is there any flexibility there? You know what? That's a good question. And I want you to answer that too, but I'm gonna say
Hold on. I need him to elaborate on flexibility.
he's saying that he said personality is personality. Is there any flexibility between that? Are you willing to bend? Are you willing to change your personality? Are you willing to change your characteristics? You still there, Don? Okay, while we getting done back, I'm oh dang, I let her go and she came back. Anyway,
I
she'll come back.
understand. I understand.
Come
And
come back in, Don. You gotta come back in. All right. So personality is personality, character is character. Is there any flexibility? I'm gonna say no. No, because you don't want to alter who you are. You want to be your authentic and true self. And I think that when people start altering their personality and their characteristics for another person, then you are changing who you are as a person, and you don't want to do that. So go ahead, Don. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Let's recap one more time. I'm sorry.
Okay. He said personality is personality, character is character. Is there any flexibility?
Well, kind of how I feel about that. Listen, I feel like this is in my personal opinion and preference. I feel like if you are in a relationship with somebody and there is genuine love that is there, you know that there is genuine love that's there. But that person has what I like to call a glitch in their personality, if you bring that glitch to that person and you explain to them, when you do this or when you act this way or when you do whatever it is in that person's personality that they don't like, are you willing to work with me in regards to looking into that and seeing if that's a part of your personality that you're willing to not even necessarily change, let's just say alter that person. Are they willing? Are you willing to change this part of your personality to save or to make our relationship better? And sometimes if that person really loves you and it's real and it's genuine, they will.
Okay. All right. So Antoine asked that question. Are you willing to adjust to make the relationship work? My answer to that would be yes. I am to a certain degree. I'm not
To a
I'm
certain
not
degree.
I'm not changing anything that is inside of my core self.
That's right.
I'm not if you worship the devil and I worship God, I'm not about to worship the devil because you worship the devil.
You out of
That,
here.
that's
But
me altering my core. Now, if you don't like that I far in the bed when you under the cover, then maybe I'll stop farting in the bed when you under the cover.
that's right. That's right, Jamar.
Exactly. So Antoine said,
Jamar,
"I
you done said something that time. You done
exactly."
said something on this show.
So Antoine said, "I've adjusted so many
Jamar,
things,
stay with me.
but remain me. I'm still here. Don't go nowhere, Don. I'm still
You
here.
lost connection.
Don't go nowhere. You still here. Can you hear me? So, Antoine said, I've adjusted so many things, but remain me. Absolutely. Don't change who you are. You can change some of the things about yourself, to kind of beautify who you already are and add to who you already are. So yeah, so I was telling Antoine said, I've adjusted so many things, but remain me. That's good.
Okay, I think I understand. Going back to the example, that was a great example, by the way, Jamar. Okay, it's
Okay.
one thing to fart while we're in the bed and you trap me underneath the covers, and I don't like that. And I want you to cut that shit out. Versus you want me to worship Satan with you. Okay, it's not gonna happen. All right.
Exactly.
But
Abs-
if you stop farting and trust me underneath these covers, then we might can do some things.
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
can work this out.
Anthony said, okay, let me say this. You know the main reason that a lot of men aren't the chivalrous, romantic, go all out type? Because they are scared of what their homeboys are gonna say about it. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You know
Now who
what?
said that?
Anthony Garrett.
Anthony Garrett said that. Okay.
Yes. So here's my take on this, Anthony. My take on this is that's true. However, those guys that are scared what they homeboys gonna say, they are not men. They little boys. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I had a homeboy one time that got mad. He called me one time and he said, "Hey man, we going to the Dominican Republic. We want you to go." It was him and two other of my really really good friends, best friends. And he said, "We going to the Dominican Republic. I want you to go." I said, "Oh, okay." So y'all taking y'all old lady with y'all? He said, "No, man. We just going just a guy trip. We're going by ourselves." So I said, "Okay, cool." I said, "Well, I'm not going." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Man, listen, this is at the time I was married." And I said, "Man, listen, I hadn't even taken my wife out of the country before. So what I look like going out the country with y'all?" oh man, you just gotta tell her she gotta understand, that you going out with the guys, man. I'm telling you, man, the hotel already paid for. Only thing gotta do is pay for your flight and everything else straight. We got everything else. Just pay for your flight. We good. I said, man, listen, bro. I don't care if you telling me you sponsoring the whole trip. I'm not coming. Now,
Period.
if y'all bring y'all old lady and you say I can bring my wife, then we coming. We there. But I'm not coming, bro. I love you,
Period.
you know, but the thing about it is, and I told him, I said, if I go on that trip and y'all gonna go back to y'all old lady, y'all gonna be happy. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I ain't gonna
Okay.
be able to get none for I don't know how long.
I think
Hell,
you
I
gonna
may
have to
be
say you're gonna be
divorced.
miserable.
I may be divorced when I come back. Who knows?
You never know.
So, fact of the matter is, don't matter what it does not matter what your homeboys think. At the end of the day, they ain't sleeping in the bed with you at night. At least, I mean, most of you guys, they ain't sleeping in the bed with you. So, I'm just
Or
saying.
are they?
So, that's just what it is. What's your
What?
take on that, Don?
Well, yeah. Well, let me just piggyback off of that question real quick. And I really wanna motion this to the females. If you are dating a man that is saying, that, or not necessarily he's even saying it to you, but you know that the reason why he doesn't do certain things is because he doesn't want to get poke fun at because of his homeboys. Okay, go ahead and release him. Okay, you can just release him. Because any man that is more interested in what his homeboys is talking about versus that coochie he got at the house, okay? I'm starting to lead to believe that you might want some boy coochie and not some female coochie. Because I don't think you need to be that concerned about what your homeboys is talking about because your homeboys ain't the one that you can go confide in. Well, you might can confide in a nigga, I don't know, but it ain't gonna be like a woman. Let's be clear about
Absolutely.
that now. Okay, so you can
Absolutely.
follow up there talk about your homeboy if you want to. All right, because you're going to get out of my face when I get to seeing that kind of stuff. You already
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing too, and another thing too, if you've been hanging out with your homeboy on a regular basis and your woman be like she wants you to stay at home tonight, guess what I'm doing? I'm staying at the house tonight.
it's
Period. Point blank.
period.
It ain't no if ands or buts about it. Mel
Period.
said if a person always has something negative to say every time you have something positive to say, that person isn't your friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Mel, you didn't say something now.
and once and
Okay,
once I explained that to my homeboy, I had to break it down to him, and be like, nigga, look, you know, he understood it. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Cause I mean, he's a single guy, so he didn't really understand. You know what I'm saying? He looking at it from a perspective of it's just us guys. We're trying to go to Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? We want you to go. You know,
that doesn't even make any sense. That's the reason why too. I feel like, and I ain't talking about dating. Okay, I'm talking about when you get into marriage. It's real hard for you to be a married person and have a whole lot of single friends because you can't do the same single shit that your single friends is doing. All right, they can come and go like they want to. You can't. Okay,
absolutely. Let's be very
you
clear on that.
you have an accountability partner.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
if you want to run
Absolutely.
around with your homeboys, you shouldn't have got married.
Absolutely. Anthony said, bruh, I always say there's three types of males: boys, guys, and men. Boys don't know any better, and guys don't care. Men handle business.
Oh
Absolutely. No, stay there, Don. Stay there. Um, or maybe she can't hear me. But yeah, absolutely. That's true. I always say boys still like to play. Um guys, they like to um be a little bit more serious, but they still play, but they just hide it.
Mhm.
And what I say about men always gonna do the right thing, and men always gonna have integrity and take care of their business. Absolutely. So I strongly agree um with that. Dominican Anthony said Dominican Republic is a freak trip. They got sex resorts. And you ain't lying, because when they came back, they told me all kinds of stories. And that's
Wow.
all that they was doing. I was like, I'm glad I ain't go, because I would have been in a whole bunch of trouble.
I think you better know
Associate
what to say,
myself with that.
Jamar.
So I was kind of glad that I didn't go. Um, you know, Mel said a single friend isn't going to understand a married couple. Absolutely. No, they're not. Because they in two different spaces in life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Your single friend, he can come and go like he want to. He don't have anybody's face he gotta look in and say where he going. And so it ain't nothing but a bunch of trouble. And a single man, depending on where his mind on a whole bunch of different females and all that type of carrying on. He don't have no good advice to give to no married man.
absolutely. So, Don, I think I have one more question to ask you, and I think you may have one more for me, right?
That's true.
Okay, so it's my turn, right?
It is.
So why do individuals that are emotionally mature attract individuals that are emotionally scarred?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I think that's an awesome question. Um, I feel like one reason why that could be is when you talk about someone that's emotionally mature. All right, when I hear that, what I hear you saying is that this person knows how to process their emotions in a healthy and appropriate manner. Okay, meaning they don't hold on to emotions that are negative or painful. Therefore, they are mature in that area. However, they seem to be attracting someone who is emotionally scarred or has emotional trauma. Well, that could be for several reasons. Number one, that person could help that person in their healing process. However, you can complicate things if you, number one, start having sex with that person. Because whether you want to admit it or not, ladies, it is very difficult for a female to separate sex with their feelings. And for the females that say to me, oh, I can have sex and don't get attached, listen, you might need to go talk to a therapist. You laughing, but I'm serious.
Yeah.
Okay? I have a great friend, Sasha Mercedes. Are you on the live? She's a licensed counselor. Because this is the thing. A lot of times our coochie is tied to our heart. Okay? So if this man, let's say it's a man that's emotionally mature or emotionally healed, okay, he don't have a lot of emotional baggage and trauma, and he's dealing with a woman that does have emotional trauma. He can help her in her healing process if y'all don't jump into bed with each other. Because now your feelings and all that's gonna get intertwined and intermixed with each other. And where he could have been a great guide for you to help you heal from some of your emotional situations, now it done got weird and funny. You got to think about it like this, okay? Think about it like this. A person that's emotionally scarred or has a lot of emotional trauma, they tend to gravitate to a person that is emotionally healed or whole because they feel like that's what they want. They're looking at the energy of that person, they're looking at the emotional balance of that person, and they desire that. But what you don't understand is that person, think about that person as being a stain. And the person with the emotional maturity, let's say they're the white shirt. That person ain't gonna have no other choice but to get stains all over them. This is why you got to be real careful about saying, "Oh, him up and help him to fly again." But you get damaged. You do that a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying?
I think we lost Don one again.
Jamar.
But yes, can you hear me? She'll come back in. So she is basically saying a lot of good things. One of the things that she said that really stuck with me was the coochie is definitely tied to the heart. And as a man, I can't really relate, but I can definitely say that it's really hard for a woman to go to bed with a man and not get up out of the bed having some type of feelings. Um, I just I just really think it's hard. Men, we pretty much can do it because we are hunters by nature, and being that we're hunters by nature, it's much easier for us to be able to indulge in sexual activities and not have have feelings behind. You know, hey Sasha, how you doing? Yeah, so it's definitely a hard pill to swallow. Why did she go away? We're trying to get Don back on here. But we got, let me see. Mel said, I've never had a understanding friend when I was married. And then I think Brianna was replying to that. She said, "Really, sorry to hear that." I think we got Don back. Nope. Really sorry to hear that. But was they really your friend? Meaning your real friend? Because I understand what my married friends can and can't do. Hell, I don't know. I don't know what to come at them and ask and do and to do and what not to do because I have respect. I respect their marriage. Absolutely. And sometimes friends can be selfish too. Because they feel like they in competition with your marriage and your friendship, especially if you've been a friend before they got married. They feel like they they have some type of loyalty with you. But truth of the matter is that when you get married, your loyalty is with your spouse, point blank and period. Um, Don, are you there?
Mhm.
Okay, good. So,
Yeah.
we was just going over. I was talking about how you said the coochie is tied to the
I
heart.
am. I'm back. I went into the hole.
the Oh, she went back off again. I don't know what's going on. She won't stay on this time. But we're gonna get ready to end
Yes,
in a little
for
while.
sure. Do we have any ladies on the line? Oh my god. Oh, Jamar, I'm tripping out over here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you anymore.
Yeah, it went away. Something happened.
So go back out and come back in.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yes, say something.
All right, cool. I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. So, hopefully we'll be able to stay on for a time now. Or did it just go? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you, and you're a little fuzzy, but you're there. So,
The connection.
yeah, the connection lost again, and you just went away. And I want you guys just bear with me. We're gonna try to get her back on, and we're gonna we're gonna try to get Dawn back on real quick. Y'all just hang tight because she was about to ask the ladies a question, and I wanted to know what that question was, and then after we get that question and you guys answer, we will go ahead and end for tonight. Since this internet won't let us be great. Okay,
The forces.
yeah. So go ahead with that question.
Oh my gosh.
You was about to ask the ladies a question.
I was gonna ask them, do they agree with me when I say that our vagina is tied to our hearts, and it's sometimes a little difficult to separate your emotions once you start getting physical.
Absolutely. So in the comment section, please answer that question, ladies. Um, Sasha is on here. Um,
Hey Sasha, hey girl.
yeah, Sasha said. Brianna said most definitely, most definitely. Letitia Cook
Right,
said that is so true.
right. Yeah, yeah. We got to keep it real tonight, ladies. Okay, we got to keep it real tonight. If
Sasha,
you can't, and what Sasha say?
she said yes, Don. I agree. She, she said yes, Don.
Oh
I
my
agree.
gosh, say what?
Yes, I agree.
Oh dear. She
So,
said yes, she
um,
agrees.
yes,
Listen, can you hear me, Jamar?
yes.
Okay, you can hear me. Listen, the only way that a woman's feelings is not going to get attached to a man is if his dick is whack.
Oh,
What? It's true.
I agree. I agree. So if it's whack, he's not going.
The
So
heart chakra is getting closed down.
yeah.
Closed.
So let me ask you this. So
Not gonna happen.
do we think that to a man a lot of times, even though they know that they're not the one?
Say what now?
Is that the reason why ladies hold on to situations longer than they're supposed to? Because the dick is all that, knowing that they
Of
know
course,
that it's
yes,
not the one.
yes, absolutely.
So
You're
that
hypnotized, or
so
what
that
I like to
goes back.
call, or what I like to call, Jamar, I like to call it dickmatized. You're
Oh
unspelled,
my god!
lady.
Oh my god! The comments
Okay?
are going crazy over here. The comments.
I'm the spell breaker. I'm here to break the spell. Okay?
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
here to break the spell.
Break you
Okay?
out of your type. Break
You
you.
are under the trance. Okay?
Break you out of
It's
your type.
true.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, all right, guys, we've had a good one. We've talked. My battery almost is about to die on my laptop. And
It's
and
out of
and
here.
yeah, and Don Internet wants to go to sleep, I guess. We've been on here for almost
Yeah,
two
it's over
hours.
it.
But I tell you, man, I enjoyed you, Don. We talked about some really good things. I think I want to have you back on again. What do you guys think? You think we should have Don back on again? This was a really really good conversation.
Yay!
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to go and vote on tomorrow. Polls open at 7 and they close at 7. And make sure you go and visit Don's website, which is Beloved Queen Beauty com, which is belovedqueenbeauty.com. I got it posted right up on the screen there for you. Go and order some of her lovely, lovely products, and also go and follow her on social media. Her name on social media is LUVIDAWN, Lovey Dawn. That's her social media handle on Facebook and Instagram. So make sure you go and visit Lovey Dawn. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much, guys. Letitia said this is my first time watching, and I can say this is what I'm dealing with right now. Absolutely, Letitia. Thanks for watching. We come on every Monday at 7 p.m. Every single Monday at 7 p.m. We are live right here on Facebook. So if you're not my friend, or if you are my friend, I'm not sure if you are or if you're not. Please follow me on social media, Jamar Stanford. That's my Facebook handle, and you'll be able to go and see all of the lives that I've done every Monday, and then you also can tune in on next week as well. Don, before you cut out, I was just saying that I think we should have you back on.
I would love that. I want to thank you for allowing me to come on your platform, and this was a lot of fun for me. I most definitely would love to do it again. I would love to co-host again, so I guess we can collaborate on that. I enjoyed all of your viewers. Okay, we do something where they just submit in a lot of questions, and we just go through their questions.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I think we should probably do something like that. We'll have a question night. Maybe we can do that next week, maybe
Okay,
if you're free. And we'll have a question night where
okay,
um where people can just ask random questions and we can just go back and forth and we can ask them. Okay. All right,
okay.
thank you guys.
Yeah, let's get
Thank you,
together on
Don.
that.
Yeah, we will collaborate on that and we'll talk about that. Maybe we can bring a third person in or something like that. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next week.